It's time for final thoughts.
Sure is. Tommy's about to bless y'all with her latest and greatest as she does these robotic things. I don't know why she does that. Tommy's gonna talk about the biggest issue of this week. Not nuclear brinksmanship with North Korea. Definitely not the fact that the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico are devastated by hurricanes and have no access to clean water, but this.
So the left and overpaid whiny pro athletes are now all about the Constitution and First Amendment.
Yeah, and as a patriotic American, you're gonna tell us how you're excited about how these overpaid lefties love the Constitution, right? Probably not. What a stupid talking point. So now you're anti-Constitution, you're mad at free speech just because it's lefties doing it? 10 million morons watch this unpatriotic garbage fire, so now I gotta talk about it again. What is wrong with this country? Jesus Christ. By the way, you sure talk a lot about overpaid whiny leftists, and yet you moved to Los Angeles, our safe haven. It almost seems like you just want to be famous and rich and realize that being an asshole on the internet is your ticket. I see you, girl. If you're such a big free speech advocate, maybe unblock me. We can start there.
Yeah, so long as the message and speech is their own. See, they keep getting this whole free speech thing twisted, so let me help them out.
Actually, this is literally your MO. Like, you've told Women's March protesters to stand down. You've told Muslim ban protesters to shut the fuck up, and even critique Beyonce's halftime performance because it had a BLM activation in it. You're literally our snowflake queen, Tommy.
First of all, team owners have every right to enforce rules, and standing for the anthem should be one of them, if the NFL values money, ratings, and viewership.
For someone who claims she's for free speech to, in the same breath, tell NFL owners they need to enforce anti-free speech regulations that don't even exist is very odd. But I guess it's fine as long as it's against people you disagree with. Okay. Also, it's doubly ironic that this is an argument coming from you, a person who complained for months about being silenced and then fired from her job because of her comments about abortion. You just settled a lawsuit you filed against the Blaze for wrongful termination. The hypocrisy is so thick. But go on, Tommy.
And Roger Goodell, you disgust me.
Same. That's fair.
You're the same fool who denied the Dallas Cowboys' request to wear an arm-in-arm decal on their helmets in honor of slain police officers.
Oh, that's why Roger Goodell disgusts you? Not because he frequently helps cover up and not punish domestic abusers unless it's a massive fucking story because the public actually sees the elevator tapes? And not because he gets paid by the military to make those awful masturbatory tributes that you love so much, those patriotic moments you allegedly care so much about, are paid ads by the armed forces, by the way.
Now you're about free speech, and this is the cause you choose to defend? The hatred of America? The disrespect of our country, our flag, and our patriotism? Way to go.
Here's the problem, Tommy. You and others like you claim to be the flag bearers of America, and everyone who's against you is unpatriotic or hate the military. You literally called to fire 15,000 troops like 2 months ago. Where was your respect for the military and their veterans then? You are literally no different than the people who called MLK Jr. unpatriotic or un-American for protesting. And look, I get it. I know you can't see that over the fat checks that sexual harassment factory you work at throws your way.
And here's the thing about the First Amendment, free speech, and freedom of expression. Democrats, kneelers, and leftist mainstream media hacks, listen up. Free speech isn't just saying what you want to say, it's also hearing what you don't want to hear.
The irony of this statement is not lost on me, and I hope it's not lost on you guys in the audience either. Tommy is throwing an anti-free speech temper tantrum currently as she does her very best to move the conversation away from the actual problem of our racist criminal justice system because whiny kneeler snowflakes are telling her something she doesn't want to hear. Tommy, you literally just said that the NFL owners shouldn't let their players kneel during the anthem, and now you're saying that free speech means having to hear what you don't want to hear? Who edits your fucking scripts? How do they let you pop off with this shit? You can't even be consistent in a 2-minute video. Oh my God.
See, problem is, these people think they should be able to do whatever they want and no one should criticize or question it. Wrong.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about Nazis protesting in the fucking streets, which is something you worked just as hard on as you tried to equate them to the Antifa or Black Lives Matter. How disgusting was that? Also, when did anyone participating in this protest say no one should be able to criticize or question it? Like, no one is saying that. It seems like all of that noise is just coming from right-wingers like you who want to cram your fingers in your ears and shout, shut up, shut up, shut up, la 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 la, you guys are fucking anti-American. It's so ridiculous. But look, here are my final thoughts on this, okay? I'm about to bless y'all. These protests are great. The conversation around it is great, but let's not lose the plot here. This is not about the anthem, and it's definitely not about the troops. The only reason why Tommy is using the flag or the anthem or the troops is because she knows it plays well to her audience. There's no other reason for it, and there's nothing more American than being able to fucking criticize the criminal justice system. I'm Hassan Piker. Please share this video with your friends as a counter to the Tommy video. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Hassan D. Piker and on Twitter at Hassan the Hun. And this has been The Breakdown.